Good morning. It's a beautiful Saturday morning here on the countryside of Sweden. My name is Emilia and welcome to my channel. Today I will be guiding you through and touring my June garden. This garden we built early last year. In spring we started off by doing the groundwork. This was just weeds and really muddy soil. We laid down a landscape fabric. On top we have some gravel, which we are not really done with yet. We still have to fill it up with more gravel. We have been suffering with quite a lot of weeds and we built these 8 raised beds by ourselves. Or well, I have my fiance to thank. I did help though, filling up with soil, and we did this hugelkultur style beds with like layering different layers of wood and certain debris we've found here on our property, along with some really good quality soil. I was pregnant last year, which made it difficult for me to do the heavy work, but fortunately I have the help of my fiance and some family members. I have a whole series of us building this vegetable garden from scratch on my YouTube channel. I will probably link them somewhere or pop them on the screen, so you can have a little look how we've done so far, and also the irrigation system that we laid down this year. It has been quite a hassle, let me tell you. But right now I can just enjoy my garden until we are ready for the next step, which will be, as I mentioned, putting down more gravel and also making some sort of border out of rocks, or just something pretty along the border here, so there is something to frame this area and also to keep the weeds out. Right now I'm planting some basil that I actually had to cut from my basil plants right here. They didn't look very well when I planted them out. It got pretty cold and then got very leggy and just not looking so great. So I had to cut them and I rooted them in some water, and I'll show you. So in this bed I have Roma tomatoes. They are a determinate kind of tomato, so they don't get super tall. That is why I have these beautiful stakes here made of some sort of iron. They're green and like spirally, and it just looks beautiful. It kind of looks like artwork here in my garden bed. I really enjoy it. Interplanted here I have a lot of flowers. For example, marigolds that are a beautiful pop of color, but also a beneficial flower. Tomatoes do get a lot of aphids and pests like that the marigold are doing its job deterring these pests with its scent. It's quite a strong scent. Some people don't enjoy the scent, but I do. And I also have other flowers, sunflowers. Right here I have a scabiosa, a star scabiosa. It's looking a little bit dangly, but it will recover. Just some different cut flowers and beneficial flowers that I really enjoy. Then on the very edge here I have carrots growing. some celery, some sage. Here are two different basil plants. We have this purple basil, the normal Italian green basil. I have parsley, thyme, just a bunch of nice things here. I really hope that you are enjoying my new mic. I finally found a mic with good quality, at least what I think from just testing it. But you can let me know what you think in the comments. Right now I'm just watering in the basil. I do have two things that I would like to sow today. These are still fine to direct sow. It's a red scalliot that I will be basically scatter through all of the blank spaces in the garden. Here is a blue nigella. It's so pretty. Along with a new mic, I also have a new tripod, which makes it so much easier for me to create the kind of artistic videos that I sincerely enjoy to make, and that I did in the beginning of my YouTube journey. I struggled a little bit with my old tripod and my old camera and, you know, not having a mic and so on, so I kind of lost my touch. So I will just pop a few scallions here between everything. I know that everything will grow quite bushy, but the sunflowers, for example, they just grow tall. So I'm thinking around here and underneath, it can fit some scallions. So I'm gonna put 2 in each hole. So my favorite kind of videos to make are these kinds of videos that I will be doing more and more. So I hope that you enjoy them as well. I like to put some time and effort into creating videos, and also my idea of good videos are good quality, which I hope that I've finally achieved. And also because I just enjoy it so much. Me and my family have a lot of videos to watch back on our journey here, which is basically why I started YouTube, to document our journey with building a house, creating our garden. Yeah, like a video diary on the internet. And then, of course, the dream is to have it as a job. But that will come in its own time. I'm not rushing anything. I'm just enjoying it. But please do consider subscribe if you have enjoyed this video so far, and if you enjoy this kind of videos where you get to enjoy a little glimpse of someone else's garden and what they're up to, and perhaps you are really interested in the Swedish countryside, or having raised beds, what it's like, or yeah, just I do a lot of cooking as well and some DIYs, and we're just doing a bunch of things here on this homestead. In this garden bed, I basically can't plant anything more. It's chock full of brassicas, and I just love the sight of this. It looks really green and lush and beautiful. I also have some herbs, some rosemary, some dill, celery, and right on the edges here you can't really see it but along the borders I have some more dill growing. It does deter pests that really like brassicas. On this arch trellis here I have two different kind of pumpkins growing, decorative pumpkins. On the very edge here we have leeks. Some sunflowers popping up there, and you can't really see that well, but here and there I have some marigolds. Once they grow a little bit, they will pop up amongst this green, just lighting it up with pops of orange and yellow. It's really warming up now. It gets really hot this weekend and I'm super excited. So here are a few different indeterminate tomatoes. We have cherry tomatoes, black cherry, sun gold, that are my absolute favorites. I also forgot to mention that I have two dwarf cherry tomatoes in that bed that we were just planting in, and you probably saw it. And then I have one like big slicing tomato. It's a brandywine yellow. The rest of them basically died. I don't know what happened to them, but I also have one San Marzano here that I will be comparing to my Romas, because I'm kind of considering quitting the indeterminate tomato game completely. We'll see about that next year, but I have it this year at least. I don't really have the time for pruning and, you know, keeping on top of everything all the time, having a baby. So I'm just trying everything out, seeing what I like the best, and then I'm gonna stick with whatever is working. So here I'm popping in some scallions in between everything here. I just love seeds like this where you can just pop in and hopefully it will fill out this area. Naturally, there's a lot of maintenance living like this. Our property is 1 acre, so it's quite big. We're not utilizing all that space. We have a forest on these two sides here that we don't really utilize. Well, we go and pick mushrooms and things in our forest, but someday we will probably utilize the space over here on the north side. I have plans on getting some chickens next spring. We have to make space and build a chicken coop, and also have to do a little bit of research because I want to get my chickens from a farm somewhere, you know, retired hens, not like necessarily mistreated or anything, just they just have so much more life in them, even though they are retired. So like an egg production farm, I'm thinking. I could contact them and see if they have some retired hens that they unfortunately need to replace, and I don't know what they will do with them, probably kill them. That's the industry. So that's my plan, so I have to do a little bit of research on that. Also, we're gonna build a greenhouse right here with an outdoor kitchen. This right here we call the oasis, which is not an oasis right now, but it will be. We are slowly planting perennial gardens and trees and bushes and yeah, making it into an oasis. So that's of course a process I am filming and sharing here on YouTube. So back to this bed here. I didn't finish. I have shishito peppers in front of the tomatoes. Then I have some sunflowers. I have some just flowers. I'm not gonna go into detail on every single flower because I do have quite a lot. And I think this video will be really, really long. So I will, of course, update and do regular tours like this. And when they have started to blooming, maybe then I will go into detail where you can actually see the flower. But right now, I'm just going through it quickly. And here I have a artichoke that I've started from seed. I've started everything from seed except a few marigolds. But I have some herbs on the edges, oregano, thyme, parsley. Here I have some fennels. Here I have broad bean. I have salad growing here. I have something, as I mentioned, I think it's some kind of herb. I have 3 different kind of squash here. A spaghetti squash, 2 different kinds of honey nut squash here. They will grow out and vine on this pathway right here. Now I also I also have edamame beans, 2 of them, and basil on the edge. And over here I have edged with beets. Over here, I'm not sure, I think it might be kohlrabi. I have to look it up, maybe I will update you on the next tour, because I often just go out and plant things. And as I mentioned, I forget about them. And then they pop up and I'm like, oh, I wonder what this is. So I don't know what it is until they grow a little bit more. I have a lot of flowers here as well. Squash, zucchini, summer squash. I have 8-ball, disco squash. I have celeriac. I have melons on the edge here. Some dill, parsley. I just think my snapdragons turn out really beautiful. I might have to come and pinch them. And I did plant, I think they might be overcrowded. Maybe I need to scatter them out. No, let's be realistic. I'm just gonna leave them here. Let them do their own thing. So I'm gonna plant a few nigellas. It's called Miss Jekyll. And I know that the squash will cover most of this bed here. These ones died. I resown them and just one popped up here. So I might have to plant something else here where these 2 are. My watermelon died. So I popped in a pumpkin, I think it was. And then we'll see what will pop up here. That's my favorite thing about direct sowing, is actually just waiting and see what comes up. Going out here every day, seeing the process. In these 2 beds, I actually still have the greenhouse on them that I will remove probably tomorrow. The nights are getting warmer because in these 2 beds I have warmth-loving plants. Not that tomatoes or cucumbers aren't, just that we have a really short growing season here in Sweden, and these are aubergines and chilies, different kinds, and they are growing so well in this kind of greenhouse. It's really amazing. I will show you up close. I have some random like fennels, a lot of lettuce we need to harvest. We harvest regularly. On the edge here I had arugula. It bolted, so I've cut it out. I did plant green beans, the bush variety here. It didn't pop up, so I might have to redo it. And then on that edge I had spinach is also flowered, and I am planning to save seeds from them, so that's why they're still there. And some marigolds. Since I didn't get the green beans, I'm gonna plant the nigella instead to fill out this bed a little bit here. So I will probably plant 2 of them right here. I think it might be too hot for the fennel in here as well, so I don't know if they will bolt. Kind of looks like it already, so I might just use the ferns for flavor in something, or relocate them, we'll see. On the edge here where I had my arugula is a perfect little spot for some scallions. So I'll just do a little furrow like this and scatter some seeds. Whew, I'm actually really hot. I think I need to take off my hat. Did you hear the cranes? In this bed right here are my bell peppers, and 99% of them are snacking peppers. As I mentioned, we don't have that long of a growing season here, so I am experimenting with the snacking kind pepper, and I have some different varieties. I have Ragen, I don't know how to pronounce this one. We have a lemon dream, a pharynx tender, and in between here I have some onions. I think they are red onions. In the back here I have kale growing, chives, and just a few random sunflowers. Here we have, I think it's like black radish. Already have a bunch of peppers growing, which is super exciting. Can't wait to harvest them. They are soon done. Since this bed has the sunflowers and it's quite crowded with the peppers, I'm not gonna plant any more flowers right here. I have some nasturtiums that I've planted on the edges as well, or in the corners, I mean. And on the back here I have leeks that I've sown. I haven't watered in a few days, so I'm actually not sure if they will pop up, but I can wait a little bit and see what happens. So that leaves me with these 2 beds. So I can't really do much with this bed. It's done. I have our strawberries in here alternated with my onions, and just a few pops of sunflowers and marigolds. I'm gonna put a net over here once the strawberries are forming. They are still mostly flowers, some green small strawberries here, but I will put the net up very soon. In this bed here it's very empty looking because most of this is direct sown with seeds. On this arch trellis I mentioned I have 2 different kind of pumpkins. It's a crowns of thorn decorative pumpkin and also a baby boo pumpkin. On the shorter edges here we have parsnips. I have 2 zinnias and then cucumbers. So these are, you know, vining type of cucumbers. It's pickles, it's just regular cucumbers. This is a dwarf variety or a snacking cucumber. This one kind of scorched and I had to remove all the lower leaves, but I'm hopeful it will recover. it will grow up this little support here. And then I have beans growing. On the edge here I have carrots, winter carrots. I think I've sown lettuce here. I think there are beans in the middle here. But this bed is perfect for some scallions and some nigella. These are just basically the two seeds that I haven't sown yet, and also it's not too late to sow these. And this scallions is almost empty. I've used the whole package. So I'm gonna plant the scallions, I think, just around here, and then the nigella in the middle here. There we go, just planted a whole package of scallion, of red scallion. It was 150 seeds, which didn't really not feel like that, but that's what it says. So hopefully they will turn out. Wait, 1, 2, 3, and 4 nigellas, and we will see if there will be some beans growing here as well. I'm not sure what I planted here, but at least they will have a beautiful companion here. I can just really imagine this bright blue wispy flower popping up everywhere in the garden in a month or two. So I did decide on watering the beds a little bit, just quite shallowly, where I put my seeds down. I want them to germinate quickly. So I'm just gonna spray the beds wherever I have planted seeds, and then I'm gonna let the irrigation drip system do the rest for me. Just a little tiny tour of our cottage garden. It's by our little red cabin here on our property. Here is a sea full, well, there is asparagus here. It's my asparagus bed. But in between is volunteer cosmos, basically. 2 sunflowers that I've sown here. And the rest is just a sea of cosmos flowers. I think it looks pretty. I have to thin them out. Here's my garlic bed along with some kohlrabi. My garlic is not looking that beautiful that I wanted them to look this year, since I did purchase a little bit more expensive garlic cloves this last fall. But anyway, chive blossoms are looking super beautiful. I love it, especially in contrast with this red cabin and these yellow daylilies here. Self-sown lettuce. This bed is not, we had strawberries here. I'm not really using it right now. And there's just weeds, but it's beautiful weeds that we save for the bumblebees. How pretty is this? We do try to cut the grass and the weeds less frequent, because there are popping up beautiful spots like this. and we discover new things in our garden. I will make this area into a indigenous flower, or like cottage indigenous flower haven. And we have a lot of indigenous flowers growing here on the property already. Some of them are wildflowers, some of them are planted here before us, but I'm not gonna go into detail in this video because that's not the subject for today. But yes, I just wanted to show you this little glimpse of our tiny garden by the cottage. That concludes this June tour. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I will water everything in later this afternoon or tonight or tomorrow morning, we'll see. Tomorrow I'm actually going right ahead to the next video. We are planting a tree that we bought, and along with some other bushes and flowers and things. It's just a random mix of planting to do tomorrow. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this style of content. I'm just really happy with the quality of the tripod, the mic, my new camera that I bought not too long ago. And just to be able to share this on YouTube, I'm so grateful. I just enjoy this so much. So please consider subscribing. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely, beautiful sunny day if you have one. If not, there will be one very soon. Take care. Bye bye.